Cleveland cop who killed Tamir Rice has been fired for lying on his job application. Cleveland cop who fatally shot Tamir Rice has been fired. The Cleveland cop who fatally shot 12-year-old Tamir Rice has been fired for lying on his job application, authorities said Tuesday. Officer Timothy Lohman lost his job 2.5 years after Tamir was gunned down inside a park while playing with a pellet gun. Lohman got the axe for providing false information in his application to join the police force, authorities said. As satisfying as it is that he was terminated, he was never brought up on charges for killing Tamir Rice, said Rice family lawyer Earl Ward. So it was the right result for all the wrong reasons. And quote, Tamir Rice officer broke down, said and posed did and posed no it was a kid and pose. Lohman's partner, Frank Garmbach, was hit with a 10-day suspension, authorities said. Lohman opened fire on the boy less than 2 seconds after jumping out of his police cruiser in November 2014. The pair were responding to a report of a man with a gun. A 2015 grand jury declined to indict Lohman or Garmbach on criminal charges. Tamir Rice was just 12 years old when he was fatally shot by Officer Timothy Lohman. Lohman misled police personnel by noting that he resigned for personal reasons from the police force in the Ohio city of Independence. 911 dispatcher in Tamir Rice shooting suspended for 8 days. Lohman was in fact allowed to resign to avoid being fired, his disciplinary letter says. The letter notes that Lohman, while working in Independence, was cited for failing to secure his firearm and being insubordinate and untruthful to a superior. Lohman once had an emotional breakdown at the police department's gun range after struggling to follow basic directions for the state qualification force, the letter says. Independence police concluded that Lohman was emotionally immature and had an inability to emotionally function. The troubled officer joined the Cleveland Police Department just 8 months before the killing of Tamir. Cleveland police officer Timothy Lohman is seen in a still from an interview involving the fatal shooting of 12-year-old Tamir Rice. Garmbach was suspended for failing to immediately stop his patrol car upon entering the park. Garmbach also failed to report his arrival time to a dispatcher and coordinate strategy with the lead officers heading to the scene, his disciplinary letter says. When you entered the park entrance and observed the circumstances, the person sitting at the picnic table was not an active shooter, and you were not required to treat the situation as involving an active shooter, the letter says. The person did not present an immediate threat. The letter also notes that Garmbach's radio silence left his superiors in the dark. Gazebo where Tamir Rice was fatally shot going to Chicago. No one knew where you were or what you were doing, and you did not know where anyone else was or what they were doing until after the shooting occurred, the letter says. For him to get 10 days for the killing of a 12-year-old child is simply outrageous, Ward said. Send a letter to the editor